don't ever take loan finance to fund your startup business. I've done it, I've been there, I've walked that journey, and I really regret it. It isn't something that I would suggest anyone else does. And let me explain why. Do keep watching to the end of the video because the second reason is the bigger issue with taking loan finance. The first reason is this: if you take loan finance, you then often get to a point where you have to start repaying the loan, sometimes the capital, but also the interest. And those monthly repayments can be crippling at a time when actually the business needs every penny it can get to grow your marketing and to grow your sales. And the interest payments on the loan can take away from that and be a real problem. You can also get to a situation where actually your startup business can survive for a few extra months on very little money because you're still not taking salaries and all the big investments done. And it can just eke out a bit longer until that investment comes in or until the sales pick up or whatever. But if you've got interest payments in there, often you can't do that because the business has to find the money every month to cover that. And that can be incredibly difficult to do and can mean the end of your startup sooner than it should be. And it can mean that your startup ends before actually you just get to that tipping point where you start to get some sales revenue in and start to really make it work. Now, the second reason is that big loans that you've taken for the business really impact potential future investment. And of the investors I've spoken to, and I've raised over £500,000 for my own startup, they were really put off by the loans that the business had. And the reason for this is simple. They're just concerned that if they invest into the company, that their money that they've invested for the future growth of the company could be used to pay back loans for stuff that's already been done that isn't taking the company further forwards. And that can just provide that hurdle that means that they don't get involved in conversations and they are put off from investing. So they're the two big reasons I would say that you should never take loan capital to fund your startup. The interest payments can end up completely crippling the business, and it does put off future investors because they're concerned their money can be used to cover loans rather than take the business forward. Now, there are other ways to fund a business. So check out this video, which is all about funding your startup, and also check out this video here, which is about the other big mistakes that people often make when starting a business and how to avoid them.